How's it going, guys? This is the American Foot Channel, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Americans have recently been killing it in Serie A, and yeah, I mean, I kind of saw this coming, to be honest. But anyways, guys, before I even get started, don't forget to hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not, and drop a comment down below to tell me what you think about the Americans in Serie A, and who else should go to Serie A. Yeah, just comment down there. Let's have some more people find us. All right, let's get started. So, guys, first let's start with the Milan boys, with Christian Pulisic and Yunus Musah. Christian Pulisic has been absolutely killing it this season, and even though AC Milan they're technically still in the title race, but mathematically they're pretty far behind Inter and Juventus. He's been great, man. I mean, this dude. I've been saying this for a while. Even though I like Chelsea, I thought that he should have gone to AC Milan. I just saw an opening for him to fit into his team, into their style. I thought he could be a big difference maker, and sure enough, looks like I was right so far. This dude Pulisic, he has 6 goals and 5 assists in 17 matches in Serie A. So he's been really damn good. He even got the Player of the Month award for Serie A, at least the EA award. He even has like a FIFA card now they did for him. So he was really good this whole season. He killed it. He had 2 goals and 2 assists in all of this December, and he was just such a good player for them, just crucial. And this is a move that really worked out for Pulisic. He's been healthy too, which has definitely helped. And you know, people like to say that Premier League was too physical for him. Well, Serie A is a pretty physical league itself too. I don't know if you guys know this, but it's physical. Maybe it's not as much as a Premier League, but it is a physical league, and he's honestly excelled. He's been really good. I really thought that Milan could have used him. They needed someone else on the other wing, opposite of Rafael Leao. Would have been great if Brahim Diaz would have stayed here. I think him, Pulisic, and Leao would have been great together. They definitely do need a 10, which, you know, Giovanni Reina, come on. Let's get him in Milan. But I've thought so far that he's been really good. I've been really impressed with Pulisic in Serie A. You know, you love to see it, you know. AC Milan, maybe they've fallen off, you know, in the last decade. Some of you younger viewers might not realize that it's still a huge team, but in terms of their power, of their strength as a club, you know, they were right up there with like Real Madrid, Liverpool, Manchester United not too long ago. But it's been a great move for him, so I'm pretty happy with how it's worked out. And I really thought that Serie A was a good fit for Pulisic, so I'm happy to see that he made that move, and he's been amazing, honestly. He's been one of the best players on the team. I honestly think he's actually even been better than Rafael Leao this season. I really do believe that. He might be the best player on the team this season so far. I mean, if you want to debate me, let me know. But I really do think that he's been the best player. I've watched Milan play a lot this season. I think he's been the best. And then we have his teammate, Yunus Musah, who made the transfer over from Valencia. And Yunus Musah, you know, he started off kind of like how he'd been in Valencia. He'd been a little passive. You know, he didn't really stand out. But he's come along. He's been growing. And I've been seeing him in Serie A, how he gets the ball and he just moves it upfield. Like, he doesn't play back. He doesn't play to the sides as much. He actually gets the ball and he conduces it up the field. And that's something I've been wanting to see for him, because I've seen Yunus Musah play a lot, and you could tell that he has the skill set to do something like that. So it's been great to see him do that. He's been improving. He hasn't got a goal yet in the league. He's been close, but he's been really good. But that's not really his main function. That's not really his thing. He doesn't really score goals, but you know, he's been improving quite a bit. And I was kind of worried he wouldn't get too much playing time, but other than, you know, injuries and stuff that have been happening to players in the team, he's proven that he could be a useful tool for AC Milan. So he's been getting quite a bit of play time. So it's been really nice to see these guys develop, and Yunus Musah, who's even younger than Pulisic, develop even more, and, you know, just becoming a great player in Serie A. So it's been really impressive to see these guys there. So definitely, you know, I thought they just fit the league, especially Pulisic, and he has. And you know, his skill set, it's perfect for that team and for that league, to be honest. Just the way he plays, you know, technical, fast player, just fantastic for that league. So it's been good to see them make that move. I've been really impressed. And then we have the Juventus guys, Weston McKennie and Timothy Weah. Timothy Weah, he's been decent. You know, he came from Lille, where he wasn't really a standout player. He didn't even get a goal all last season, or an assist, I believe. But he's come to Juventus and he's looked competent. He's looked like a good player for sure. He doesn't look too out of place in that team. And he even scored a banger the other day in the Coppa Italia. If you guys haven't seen it, go look that up. That was a banger. But I like what I've seen from him so far. You know, he does not look out of place. You know, I was kind of worried about that move for him. I thought it might be too much of a move, but he's looked decent so far. I really am happy for him. And I can't believe we have a player like him in Juventus. Like, guys, like, this is insane. I don't know if you guys realize this. Maybe some of you younger viewers don't, or some of you that are newer to this. But having guys in Juventus and AC Milan, like, actually playing, like, that's insane. Like, 10, 15 years ago, even less, we couldn't have imagined this as U.S. men's national team fans. Like, players in these leagues and these teams, man, like, that's insane. Like, I remember getting excited over guys playing in like Denmark, and guys playing in the championship in England, or like even just having guys in Fulham. I was like, oh my gosh, we have players in the Premier League. But now players in Milan and Juventus, that's insane. That's honestly, it's a huge improvement, guys. It's crazy, you know. And staying with the Juventus guys, Weston McKennie, Weston McKennie has been fantastic this season. He's been super consistent for Juventus, and even though he hasn't scored a goal, which he did a lot of in his first couple seasons there, he arrived in 2021 and he's scoring goals, he's scoring headers, he's scoring half volleys and half bicycle kicks against teams like Barcelona, like, just bangers. He hasn't done that this season, but he's been really good. He's been really consistent. Like I said, he has yet to register a goal, but he's gotten a few assists. He got a couple assists in this Coppa Italia game the other day. But he's been fantastic, man. Like, I did not like his move to Leeds. I didn't think that was a good move for him. So I'm glad he went back to Juventus, and I'm glad he stayed. I'm glad he proved himself in Juventus. He's proven himself this season. He's been really damn good, man. Weston McKennie, like, I think he's a really good player. I think people underrate, like, he's actually a pretty technical player. Like, yeah, he's not at the level of, like, a technical player maybe in, like, Real Madrid or Barcelona or even, like, Liverpool, but he's a technical player and he's good. You know, I've been saying for a while that he could be like our Arturo Vidal, which I don't know if you guys know who that is, but Chilean legend. And funny enough, he played for Juventus for a while. So I think he could be like that type of player for us. Like, he's a really good player and he's been really consistent. You know, he's just been working his ass off. I'm happy with his progress. You know, like, he's made some really good progress this season. He did have that bad half a season with Leeds, and just pretty much everyone except Tyler Adams did in that team. But you know, he's worked out, and I think he should stay in Juventus. I think he should stay there as long as he can. You know, I think he fits in that team. Allegri trusts him quite a bit. Like, he trusts him a lot. You know, and he's kind of a utility man too. He could play in multiple positions. You know, sometimes he plays wide on the right. You know, he plays as a central midfielder. Sometimes he's a little higher up in the field. He's been a little more regressed this season. That's why he probably hasn't scored as many goals. But man, he's been fantastic. So I'm happy with his progress there, and I think he's been one of Juventus' best players from when I've seen him play. And they're a hard team to watch play, man. They're kind of boring, to be honest, Juventus. But you know, I always try to watch as much as I can because of Weston and now Tim Weah. But he has been fantastic, guys. I mean, like I said earlier, guys, we have guys in Italy, you know, for top teams, and we even have guys like in the Serie B, like Tanner Tasman, who's been really good this season. We have to see him make the move back up to Serie A and get some playing time. I want to see what he's about, see how he develops. But, I mean, our guys have been fantastic, guys. They've succeeded. And I think Serie A could be a good place for more American players. You know, like I said earlier, Gio Reyna, I could see a place for him in Milan. I think he would fit. I think they need a creative player like him there. I really think he would fit. We had Serginho Dest, who wasn't good at Milan, sure, but I could see more players there. I could even see Pepe in the future, maybe go to a team like Lazio. You know, I could see that. I think it's a good destination for American players, honestly, just like the Bundesliga has been in the past. we definitely want our players in the best teams, and I would like to see more players in like Serie A, or I'm sorry, in a Premier League, or even in top teams in La Liga in the future. But I do think Serie A is a good place for Americans. I really do, and other than they've been good, the Americans that have gone there recently, also they bring in a lot of money for these Italian teams because Americans are paying attention to the game. But anyways, guys, that was just kind of a little review, just my thoughts on Americans in Serie A. And you guys let me know down in the comments who do you think has been the best this season. Let me know what players you think should go to or consider going to Serie A to make improvements on their career, to get to the next level and possibly be playing for these top teams and possibly in the Champions League. But anyways, y'all have a good one.